Hey folks, welcome to Clipsy's Bricks. Today we are going to look at my first MOC. So this is the very first modular style building that I ever built after being exposed, I guess, if you will, to the creator modular line, that being with Brick Bank. Up to this point, I had only built Brick Bank, Palace Cinema, and the pet shop, but I already knew I kind of wanted to do more. And I also found this book, video not sponsored. But if you're starting out building your own modulars, this book, and then it has there's a companion one, the Lego Neighborhood book and Neighborhood book 2. Said not sponsored. But if you're just starting out, these books provide some great basics on, things to consider, kind of what's the modular standard as far as spacing your sidewalks and whatnot, where the connectors should go, and whatnot. So highly recommend them. So when I started my first build, I had no idea where to start, what to order. These books really helped me. Actually, in this book, this build, or the start of this build, is in here. It's under the houses. And this kind of just gives you a basis gives you 3 options for 3 different kinds of facades, and then just what the basics are for building it. Now, I built this in early 2017, and kind of the way I started was, there was these seasonal, Lego put out, and they still do, puts out seasonal, small seasonal sets, themes. So I got a bunch of these. 40121, the painting Easter eggs, 40123, Thanksgiving feast, and 40125, Santa's visit. Yes, there was an earlier Santa's visit. And they're great little builds, kind of on an 8x8 plate, and really like this, really great scenes. And I wanted to do something to put those scenes into a building, essentially, to be able to incorporate them into my city layout. So using the inspiration from this book, and just the basic general facade, I did change up the roof. I went about incorporating those 3 builds into this townhouse. I call this my holiday house. And let's take a look in, and I'll show you what I did. And then once we've done that, I'm going to convert this over to a new plate. And one of the things, my dirty little secrets, so don't feel bad, I never finished the back of it. At the time, my parts collection just wasn't where it is today, and I didn't have the parts to finish it, and I wasn't even sure how to do this roof. So let's take a look, and we'll go from there. All right, so let's see how this has been sitting in storage for a little while, so it's a little tight. There we go. On the ground floor, as part of the Thanksgiving feast, I used the wall in the back scene of the feast to make a little dining room area. Spiral staircase is basically inspired from the pet shop build, the townhouse portion of that. And then I think I have an egg rolling around back in there. Looking on in, you have the kitchen from that painting eggs diorama. Got the whole kitchen, and then the whole scene, which you can see. Flip that open. I get some light down here. There we go. You can see the whole kitchen's in there. And then I just expanded the tile motif. And then one of the other things you can see in the dining room area, I really wanted to go with a a wood floor, like a hardwood floor idea. So I used dark brown and reddish brown tiles of various lengths to kind of give it that idea. And then part of my color motif is basically based on those dioramas and the colors in which those sets used. So these outside walls are very much just those sets inserted into the larger build. All right, let's look at the second floor. This roof design kind of inspired by both the pet shop and the Creator 3-in-1 corner cafe, or not corner cafe, corner deli. So you can see it was an older MOC. I didn't even tile off the edges of the roof line. And then so in here, we have Santa's visit. The tree and Santa, Kitty waiting for some cookies, and then the entire chimney, which was part of that, and chimney in that floor area with the tiles was part of the motif. And then I just used ladder access to get up to the roof. And then on the roof, there was actually a Valentine's Day set as well. I'll have to look for it, something with a picnic, which I originally had on the roof, but because this has been in storage, that build kind of got beat up, and I need to actually find it and put all the pieces together. So this is actually just all, for the most part, all sides not on top mounted plates with tiles on top, and that gives you this interesting brick technique. It's the first time I'd ever done that, and this is all studs not on top build mixed with some regular building. And then the other thing I always wanted to do was add Halloween to the front. So I'm going to get to converting this over, and we're going to finish up this backside, finish up this roof, and we're going to add Halloween front. So stick with me. All right, I got this converted over to the Mills plate, and then I also ripped off the back roof, and I changed up the doors, put some studs on those to the new 6x6 door, double door. I think it works a lot better. I will get some clear doors, but I think it's better access into the kitchen area. My plan is then to add maybe a little garden or something back here. But now we need to move on and finish the back section. I've gotten rid of the slope, so we're going to try something else. Let's slide that out of the way, and then let's find what I'm looking for here. So I had, in case you're wondering, I have an extra boutique hotel because I added a second middle floor to the one I have in my city. Bag 14, bag 14. So here's my thought. I think that I can use this style of skylight for the back roof here. So I'm going to get to building that, and let's see if we can get something in this style fit and work for the back here. I think the curvature will kind of match the arch, and I think it'll look awesome. So let me get to that. And we're back. So here's what I came up with for the roof in the back. You can see I also tiled off the top, and it looks basically it's exact same or very similar anyways to the boutique hotel. I realized in 2017 when I built this spacing is 11 studs wide, so created a little bit of difficulty given that it's not even, but by using jumpers, I was able to offset the actual roof covering itself, that half stud, and it actually ended up working out perfectly. And then so that just fits on like that. You know, you can open it up, keep it closed, and so there you go. Much better view. And we'll open them up. You got a great view down into the kitchen. Also, I did change out the doors for the clear. You can really see in there now. I think that's been one thing I always like when I do builds and do interiors, because what's the point of doing an interior if you can't see it? So I always like to be able to create as much viewpoint, you know, be it windows or skylights or whatever, to show what's inside. There we go. Ultimately, I've now decided not to do anything back here. I may in the future but for now, I'm just going to leave it as a grassy area. Oh, and one other thing I did do is I added some more greenery across the above the door, just to break up the white wall. And then the other thing I wanted to do was, as I mentioned in the beginning of the video, was I wanted to add Halloween. So here we go. we got a trick-or-treater and a homeowner who's definitely into it, handing out some chocolate. And then you can see him with the trick-or-treater. Added a couple hay bales with the jack-o'-lantern. Just a floating broom and this little green lantern setup. Skull on the banister. And then over here, let's move the tree out of the way for a second. I added some oriental grasses, you know, just kind of fall harvesty kind of things, and then well, the Pennywise balloon, because why not? Just, you know, simple tree build too. Tried to add a little bit of roots, and that's what I got. Now the question is, do you like the family-friendly version of Halloween, or something a little bit more adult-oriented? Let me know down in the comments what you think, which way I should go. Well, I'm really pleased with the way this has turned out. You know, it just goes to show you that, you know, because it's Lego, you can build something at one point, you know, let it sit for a while, and come back to it and do a little bit more work or change things up, and you know, really come out with an awesome result. Now let's get this put into the city and see how it looks. Well, I just think that looks fantastic. Some of you may have noticed in my city update, the last one where I added the roads, it was already sitting there, but I hadn't finished the scene. I think it looks pretty good right next to the brick bank. And I really love the way this has turned out. Long time in the making and finishing it, but yeah, I'm thrilled. Well, let me know if you what you guys think, and you know, if this is the first time to the channel, why don't you go ahead and subscribe. It doesn't cost anything, really helps the channel out. Appreciate it. And next time we will move on to something new. And thanks for watching, everyone. Take care.